Hey guys, this is lesson 38, and let's go ahead and get started. So fraction multiplication. So for number 1, we have 3 over 2 times 10 over 7 times 2 over 6. And so when we're multiplying fractions, right, we just multiply it across, okay? We don't need common denominators, right? And so we just do 3 times 10 times 2, which is 60. Over 2 times 7 times 6, which is 84, right? And then we're going to simplify that, so let's divide it by 6, both on top and bottom, and so that gives us 10 over 14, and that could be further simplified, so 10 over 14, let's divide it by 2, and that gives us 5 over 7, and we can't simplify it anymore, right? So, number 2, we're multiplying 9 over 12 times 2 over 4 times 10 over 5. And so, again, multiplying across, 9 times 2 times 10, that's 180. And then 12 times 4 times 5, that's 240. And so let's just cancel out the zeros. And we have 18 over 24, which could be simplified to 3 over 4. Okay, so that's 3 over 4. So that's it. Multiply the fractions for the rest of the questions. And let's move on to probability. So we're given the spinner. And for number 1, do you have an equal chance of landing on either 1 or 4? Okay, so there's only one. So for number 1, so for the spinner to land on 1, right? That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that's 1 out of 8 chances, right? But then for it to land on 4, that's 2 out of 8 chances. Okay? So that's not equal. No. Okay. Number 2, what is the probability of the spinner landing on 1 or 4? Well, when we add them together, right? 1 over 8 plus 2 over 8, that's 3 over 8. Okay, so that's 3 out of 8 chances. So that's it. Go ahead and try the rest on your own, and then let's move on. So addition of integers, we're asked to find the sum. And number 1, we have 6 plus negative 12 plus 2. And so 6 plus negative 12, well, that's negative 6. And then negative 6 plus 2, that is negative 4. Okay. Number 2, we have 0 plus negative 12 plus 8. Well, 0 plus negative 12, that's negative 12, right? And then negative 12 plus 8, well, that's also negative 4. So if you're ever struggling with these, addition of integers, like adding negative numbers, go ahead and work on, just draw yourself a little number line and then see if that helps, okay? And let's move on to word problems. So number 1, if Sun Specto Industrial International has a stock price of $7.40 and earnings per share of $1.85, what is the company's price to earnings ratio? Okay, so what we got to do is just divide 7.40 by 1.85, right? So let's go ahead and just make it a whole number. And so we have 745 divided by 185, which is 4. And so our price to earnings would be PE ratio. Okay. Number 2, if Widget Corp has a stock price of $6.10 and earnings per share of $0.61. What is the company's price to earnings ratio? Again, we're dividing $6.10 by 0.61. We're going to make it a whole number. And so we have 610 divided by 61 now, right? Divided by 61, and that is 10. PE ratio. Okay, so that's it. Finish the worksheet, and here's your answer key.